We're giving you an early heads up about a major impact to people in D.C. next week. We're talking about road closures for people and their cars, as well as metro closures that are planned for the big NATO summit in D.C. Not only do we want you to be informed about the summit and how it's going to affect your life next week, but we also want to talk about the impact it's going to have if you are traveling, if your travels take you anywhere around D.C.'s Convention Center. That's where we began this morning with Randy Ayala. She joins us now with the latest on this story. And Randy, so many world leaders and dignitaries are coming to D.C., but this world event will have a big impact on the neighbors and the local businesses.
Yeah, good morning, Wisdom. So 37 world leaders will be here, hundreds of dignitaries and military officials. But you hit the nail on the head there. People who live and work in this area, they're going to have to plan ahead for those road closures that will be going in place here in this area and all the extra security protocols that we'll be dealing with here. So the summit kicks off Tuesday the 9th, but starting Monday, we're going to see major impacts on traffic, walking, and businesses across the district. For example, here around the convention center, there's a rectangular security perimeter. This time next week, we're going to see fences, checkpoints, and armored vehicles, and the streets immediately around the convention center will be shut down. Going to be a very, very intensely secure area, and not just here, but also the Federal Triangle area and around the White House. You know, Mayor Bowser said this is deemed a national special security event, which means there's going to be coordination across all levels to make sure this event goes smoothly and is safe. The Secret Service says this event will be similar to the African Leaders Summit we saw in 2022, but bigger.
The main primary site for that summit was also the Washington Convention Center for that event, and there was an event at the White House as well. I think the footprint's going to be a little bigger. There's more people that have been invited to this, more dignitaries, but that's probably the closest parallel.
Again, we can expect to see some of those road closures going into effect as early as next Monday. By the way, you can text NATO DC to 88877. If you do that, you'll be able to get real-time updates on the traffic and the road closures straight to the phone. And of course, we'll have you covered as we get closer and closer to the summit. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right. It's a big deal. Randy, thank you so much for all of that. Appreciate it. All righty, let's get a closer look now, though, on the road closures that come with the NATO summit. It's going to be a mess here in town, but we've got a way for you to keep up with this traffic headache in real time. Here's Adam Longo to walk us through it.
So first off, there's three things I want to show you with this interactive map. There is a vehicle exclusion zone that's going to go into effect next week. So everything you see shaded here, starting on Monday, vehicles will not be able to go into that area. There is a pedestrian exclusion zone. So there's this blue line in here that you'll need credentials in order to access any place beyond that. And then there are the street closures, which are actually going to start to begin this coming Saturday. So for instance, L Street here, between 9th and 11th, that's going to be closed starting Saturday. Most of these other road closures on these major roads to pay attention to, New York Avenue, for instance, that's going to close next Monday, and the closure is going to extend all the way through Friday. The same for Massachusetts Avenue leading in and out of the Convention Square area. All right, so not only are you going to have this interactive map available to you, because we have it up right now at WSA9.com, there's also several links from MPD about the impact, specifically one here that's going to list impacts on Metro Bus and Metro Rail. So look at this Federal Triangle. That station is going to be closed from 11 through 11 on July 9th, which is next Tuesday. And also the Mount Vernon Square station is going to be closed the entirety of next week. Adam Longo, WUSA 9.